And I mean, quite honestly, if I miss some, I'm not worried about it. There's enough holding all this down. And it also adds more depth. Like I'm going to miss some of this, so this is more forward than this. I missed some there. Not worried about it. Lost my scissors again. So this is the same client. I did a quilt a while ago, underwater silhouette scene. And this is the same client, and she wants more of that bubble stuff. So that's what the majority of this is going to be. I have all my little bubble rulers. This one's a little dusty. Here's another one on this end, just to get the different sizes. Those two are the same size, so I can put that one away. So let me roll this forward. There's the one I'm looking for. This is the one I wanted, this size. So, not far enough. And I should mention, she has a layer of wool and a layer of a poly. She wanted it kind of fluffy. And I gotta raise my take-up bar. So I'm just going to do some random, and I know this is supposed to be the bottom of the floor, but I'm putting bubbles on it. So what I'm going to do is just some random circles. This is going to be difficult because I'm right on the edge of the thing. There we go. Oh, I should mention, this is this ruler is by Gina Perks. This is her June ruler. This is the large size. This is the medium size. And my favorite one is the small. And I'll have to go get that because it's over on the other machine. Because I want to kind of go between the bubble sizes. So between the larges and the mediums. Yeah, I probably won't go to the small because they would be really small. And I just get up to the applique and I stop. And I'm going to do that all the way up to the top of this. Just random bubbles. Not solid. I'll put some defining things between them. Finish this. And some of the bubbles I'm going to actually go right across the appliques. Because if it were a true underwater scene, some would be behind and some would be in front. So let's put one right about there. So now in the middle, I'm just going to do a really loose fill. Not super dense. And I'll continue that more across the bottom of this. So it makes for really good texture, especially since she has a double bat in there. Whoops. Not worried about it. And I know that sounds awful, but I'll tell you why I'm not worried about it. Because, let me get this off here. When I go back and do my fill, I will make sure to catch that, and then I'll rip this out after the fact. So not a big deal, which I might as well do it right now and show you. Make sure to catch that really good, and then go back and rip that out. So then I can go back in and rip out this really bad one that's in here, but it's tiny and I'm stretching, so I will rip that out when I'm done. Usually I can put a pin in there or something, but I will remember that because this is pretty small. But if it were big, I would definitely put a pin in to mark it so I didn't forget. So I'm just working these bubbles up through the appliques. So you can see these were under here, so now I'll make them come out up here until we get to the mermaid. And I'll probably have to do half at a time because of all this. Or I might take it over top of that. Well, we'll see. See what mood I'm in. I think we're going over top of this and coming up behind the mermaid. Yep. I'm just going to go over the coral. Move this up. And this one goes over here, so now I can fill all of this in. So I'll stitch over to here and then fill in. And I'll cut over and fill this in while I'm here. And I'll tie off. This is the most time-consuming part, filling all these in with the background fill. And if I had known if I had done my bubbles first, that's hindsight's always 20/20. If I had done all my bubbles first, then I could have filled in this while I was stitching all my edges. But, you know, I'm not always a good planner. So, it would have been easier had I done all the bubbles first. So yeah, lots of starts and stops, but it'll be really cool when it's done. I'll let you get a peek at some of it. But I love that texture, and you probably can't see it because this is bright light. But if I turn this off and let you just see now you can see all the shadowing from all that. It just makes some really great texture. And there's her tail. Up into our mermaid scales, and that's just free-handed little tiny scallop clamshells. That's all that was.